Hi y'all! Hello guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings. Tarot readings from the heart. It's been a long time, I know. Jeez, oh my goodness. I know, what happened? You know what happened, don't you? You know, for you guys that watch, are my avid watchers, thank you for, sticking with me in the channel and everything. You know that back in November, I took 3 weeks off because I was kind of really ill with flu, sciatica and a dodgy foot. Oh man, it was tough. And you know the story of that because I let you guys know what was going down with me, why I hadn't been on the channel. And then I recorded some videos for that week and then I was off again. So I think when I counted it up, because we're nearing the 7th, and I think it was the 7th of November that I actually went off. And then I came back I think it might have been something like, I don't know, the 30th of November or something when I re-recorded something. And then I went off again around the 30th or the 7th of December, something like that in between those dates. And then I came back again and I said, okay, I'm going to be more consistent. I'm a lot better. And I was a lot better and I have been a lot better. Thank you, Lord, because it was a bad illness back in November. But then, obviously, you guys know that because I was ill, I had this huge backlog of clients. I mean, loads of them. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. Especially on the year aheads. I mean, I had people ordering other readings, but also a lot of year aheads, because it's the time of year when you have a lot of people wanting to do their 12-month forecast, that type of thing. And don't get me wrong, my website has always been I'm very proud of what I've created with the website. I'm very proud of the fact that I've created a very successful business. I'm now branching into other areas and things like that. It's great. But I noticed that because I'd been ill as well. Sorry, that's my Alexa. Alexa, don't turn on. I'm not talking to you. I noticed because I'd been ill, I'd had a lot of clients, and then I had more clients coming in for the year ahead. So I think all in all, in around 2 months, because we're nearing the 7th anyway, and when this reading goes up, it's probably going to be around the 7th of January or something like that. So all in all, in around 2 months, I've only been on twice. Sorry guys, I'm really sorry, but first it was illness, and then it was, it's taken me literally 2 months to get all of the year aheads and the other readings done and down. And I'm now comfortably at a position where I can finally come back onto YouTube and record. So I just really wanted to come and explain why I haven't been on, why I've not been consistent with the channel. It's because I've been really busy on the website. So yeah, I'm going to try and be more consistent. Now what I thought I would do today, guys, is I want to do a year ahead for each of the signs. So we're going to do the usual live spread, but I'm not going to focus on the full 5 to 7 areas. The private readings do 5 to 7 areas, okay? This reading is going to be vastly toned down. So we're just going to look at today for it's not even a year ahead, it's a 6 monthly reading that we're looking at, guys. So we're looking from January through to June, the end of June 2020. And all we're going to look at is the areas of love, career and finance. That's all we're going to look at in terms of what's coming in for the next 6 months for you guys. And then I'll do an update around the June time to look at what's coming in between June and the end of the year 2020, December 2020, okay? I'm also, instead of putting up a weekly this week, I'm going to put up a month ahead. So we're also going to look at, I know it's a little bit late, I know, but yeah, we're going to look from around January 7th through to February 7th, okay? So we're going to look, whatever time I know that this is going up, I'm going to put it from there. So we're going to look around January 7th or 8th through to February 7th or 8th. So we're going to do a monthly like that. And instead of having the 1st of Jan to the end of Jan, we're going to have a look at, Jan to, Feb, whatever the dates are, okay, that I start, all right? So that's what we're going to do. What time is it? 6 minutes in. Fast forward. If you don't want to hear my blarney, just fast forward, guys. You don't have to stick around. I've missed you anyway. I've missed all of you. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in. And thank you to everyone who ordered a year ahead. It was phenomenal. 2 months of trying to get down on a whole heap of people. Ugh. Sometimes, I would start at 5 in the morning and then finish at probably 1 in the morning. 5 in the morning, I'd get up and then finish at 1 in the next morning. I was like, oh man, I can't. I was like this, but yeah, God saw me through it, and I'm so grateful. I love what I do, and I'm just really grateful for everybody who's supporting me, and all of you guys that have come for private readings and really made my dreams come true and my business a huge success. So thank you very much. All right, let's get on with the reading, guys. Enjoy the year ahead readings. And also sitting next door, you've got your January 7th or 8th through to the February 7th or 8th month ahead reading. As from next week, I'll be back onto the weeklies, but really I just wanted to kind of just say thank you and put out a couple of kind of biggest, largest readings out to you guys, all right? Love you guys loads. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hi Capricorn, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your Lifespread reading. So this is for the next 6 months, January through to June 2020. For this spread, we are using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. This is my YouTube deck, the one that I use for YouTube. This will be for the body of the reading. Remember, we're only covering 3 areas, love, career and finance. So we keep the reading short and sweet. If you want to purchase one of these readings, you can purchase it through my website and we actually look at the full 7 areas. You get a written report and you also get an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of pre-recorded video along with that. So just letting you know, if you wanted to order a reading such as this on the website, that's what happens via the website. But we try and keep it a bit shorter for a general reading on YouTube. So we use this for the main life spread. Then we use the Golden Art Tarot for the anchor cards. The anchor cards very quickly are all made up of majors. We shuffle, and for each area, each life spread area, you get one of these cards. It really just talks about what the long-term effects of the situation will be with a major card there. And then we're going to start off anyway with a spiritual reading using the Quantum Oracle deck. Okay, so let's have a look at the spiritual reading first, and then we'll have a look at the life spread. You got some reversals in there. That's interesting. This deck, you use reversals in this oracle deck. Okay. I'm going to need to use my book if I need it. So the vast universe. The vast universe is all about the opportunities that the universe can afford you. So really, the universe is kind of saying to you, Capricorn, over the next 6 months, the opportunities are vast. There is vast potential for you to open yourself up to the universe. To what the universe is providing for you. So it's things like manifestation, it's things like putting your intentions out there and trusting that the universe will provide it to you. But some of you guys in your consciousness area, optimism is reversed, and the way that some of you guys are thinking in your consciousness, this is having an optimistic outlook, an optimistic view, but it's reverse, almost kind of suggesting that you're not thinking in an optimistic way. So the universe is saying that the universe is vast, it's filled with lots of potential, but some of you guys aren't seeing the potential of that with your consciousness being reversed. The optimism is reversed, so there's a lack of optimism here. You're just not seeing the opportunities around you. And I feel that you're not feeling and you're not thinking optimistically that, because people is reversed as well. And the people card shows teachers. But it's reversed, almost indicating that there is no one around to teach you. You don't have any mentor. So it's almost like you're thinking very negatively, like you don't have a mentor, and yet the universe is filled with mentors. And I feel that the advice, looking at it, the advice this way, I think the universe is trying to tell you that over the next 6 months, Capricorn, I think it's imperative that you try and look at the bigger picture, because I'm just getting here that some of you guys are thinking to yourself, I mean, the universe is making a very bold statement here that the universe is vast, it's filled with lots of opportunities, and actually the universe every day, Capricorn, is trying to show you these signs. It's trying to show you these wonders. It's trying to show you in one way or another that there is potential out there, that there is opportunity out there. You only have to look. But I think that some of you guys are blinded to this because you're in your head, in the way that you think, with consciousness being reversed, you're not particularly seeing it. You're not feeling optimistic, and because you're not feeling optimistic, you're not kind of seeing. You're blinded to the idea or to the fact that you do have mentors, but you're not seeing how you can be taught or how you can learn certain things. So you're not seeing anybody as mentoring you because you're optimism, because you're more in a place of lack rather than a place of abundance. Optimistically wise, you're not seeing that there are people around you who can help, who can mentor, who can guide. And I feel that the universe through this reading is saying that, look, Capricorn, you have to open your eyes. It's important over the next 6 months that you don't let your lack of faith or your lack of confidence or your lack of positivity stand in the way of you seeing that there is help available to you. We're going to shuffle the cards and ask what you need to do about this, okay? So what does Capricorn need to do about this in 1 to 2 cards? What does Capricorn need to do about this in 1 to 2 cards? Okay, so Capricorn, you need to, let's have a look. You need to have gratitude. So you need to turn that consciousness around, because you've got another consciousness card. And in this consciousness card, it's all about thinking with gratitude. So being in a space of gratitude with the great gratitude card showing there, okay? For people like family, you need to be grateful, have gratitude, and be grateful for the family that you have. So you need to have, you know, be grateful for the people around you. You can see this girl looking back at the family. The people card it shows me. So you need to have gratitude, a consciousness of gratitude, great gratitude for the people around you, the family that you have around you, whether it's your family, or whether it's friends that have family, or whether it's work family. Because some of you guys aren't seeing that you do have people around you. And when we look at the teacher, these are people that can help you. These are people that can provide guidance and mentorship. But I feel with the reversed, with the people card showing up as reversed, and your consciousness in terms of the optimism showing up as reversed, and yet the universe is so vast. The universe can just provide so much, and yet you're not optimistic about that. You're not optimistic that the universe can supply you with what you need. You don't feel that you have anyone who can provide the guidance and the help and the mentorship that you seek. But the universe is saying, well, you need to kind of turn that around and start looking at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture simply is that you need to start thinking with, you know, a consciousness of gratitude for the things that you have around you. Because I feel that when I look at the reading as a whole, when I look at the spiritual reading as a whole, Capricorn, what it's actually saying is that some of you guys aren't really showing gratitude for what you have. You know, I know a couple of people around me who I love very, very much, but who, you know, they've got everything. But it's, I mean, even if they don't have everything, you know, I know certainly some family members who, you know, they might not like the job that they do, but they've got a job and they've got some money coming in and they've got some food on the table. It's not everything, and things aren't exactly the way that they would like them to be, but as long as there's breath going through their bodies, they can change things. The whole point is that some people don't see what they've got. It's always, oh no, is there something else out there? Or, you know, they'll get a job or something like that. I have one person that I know, I love her very much. She's somebody who, it's not my twin sister or anything like that. She's amazing. This other person I know is amazing as well. But I noticed with this other person that she tends to, you know, she's had, God has provided her with certain things, but it's always like, when we speak, it's like, can you do me a reading on this? Or, you know, when is the money coming? And it's like, but the money is already here. But when is the opportunity coming? But the opportunity is already here. Do you see what I mean? It's like, the opportunity is already here. This is why the universe is saying that the universe is vast. There is a vast universe that holds vast resources, and the resources that the universe holds is unlimited, but you're not tapping into those resources here because your consciousness is blighted by, instead of feeling optimistic, you're feeling negative here, and therefore in that negative consciousness you're not seeing that there are mentors around you. In the people card, mentor, the teacher card being reversed. Okay, so the universe is saying you need to start kind of thinking with a consciousness of gratitude for the things that, so the family is familiar, family is close. So this doesn't have to be family, but it could be, you need to start feeling grateful for the things that you have around you. Do you see what I mean? The things that you have close by. You need to start feeling gratitude for those things. It might be, Capricorn, that it's not perfect. It might be that you don't have absolutely everything that you want. Who does? Some of us don't have, you know, absolutely, you know, a lot of us don't. I have an absolutely thriving business. I'm very, very proud of it. I'm very proud that I've always been really good with making money anyway. I've run lots of different little businesses and stuff, and I've always made money all the time. I'm really good at it. But at the end of the day, is everything perfect in my life? No. But I think that the older you get, the more that you realise that, you know what, I've got to just kind of feel grateful for what I have, even if things aren't as 100% rosy in the garden, that type of thing. I've still got to be grateful, you know. I've still got to be grateful no matter what, because at the end of the day, there are people on the streets, there are people that have absolutely shit all, nothing at all. So you've got to be grateful for small mercies, and you've got to see them as big. You've got to see them as big blessings as well. So I feel that this reading, you know, the onus of this reading, Capricorn, is to count your blessings, you know, and to be grateful for what you have. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is, be grateful, because the universe is vast. and it's filled with lots of potential, but your consciousness, with the optimism being reversed, is simply not tapping into this energy because you are very kind of negatively placed mentally wise, and therefore you're not seeing that there are people around you who can offer you help, assistance, and guidance. You need to, how do you do this? How do you turn this kind of negative thinking around? You need to start being grateful for the things that you have, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's the things that are familiar to you, the things that you've had for a long time. I mean, things that are familiar are the things that we, that are traditional, the things that kind of are quite safe, things that we are used to having every single year. So it might be that you've lived in a small 2-bedroom apartment or a 1-bedroom apartment for the past 5 years, and you're like, oh man, I'm fed up with this. I can't see any opportunity. But, well, be grateful for what you have right now, because when you're grateful for what you have, the universe cannot resist but to give you more. Okay, so I think over the next 6 months, you need to focus on, you need to focus on having the consciousness of gratitude and optimism. So I think that once you change that mindset around, the universe will actually start bringing more things into you. Okay. All right, then. That is your spiritual reading. Bear with me. We're going to come back with your 6-month forecast. Okay. Hi, Capricorn. So we're going to do your life spread now. So we're going to shuffle. Okay, Cappies, we've got the reading. I hope it looks neat enough on the desk. Sorry, I've been meddling around trying to get it to look neat. Well, it should do, because my desk is big enough. Anyway, I forgot to mention that I'm going to use, it was just a spare of the moment thing. I'm using this for your advice for the next 6 months, okay? Using the Heal Yourself reading cards by Ina Segal. Really nice. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on around love. So what's the energy coming in around love in the next 6 months, according to the cards for Capricorn? Well, strength, a pretty kind of neutralish card, because strength can mean many things. Strength in a relationship can mean that you've met your soulmate. This is one of my soulmate cards, because with the lion and the woman, that it's a case of there being very different energies. Okay, they're coming from completely 2 different worlds. The lion is an animal, who should by rights eat the woman, and the woman is, a human being who is actually the weaker of the 2. But somehow she manages to sedate the lion. Now on here, the depiction of the card doesn't show. It shows a part of the woman being the lion. So it's almost like the masculine. I don't do much of that stuff, but it's almost like the masculine and the feminine coming together. And I don't know whether it's a case of learning to kind of love yourself. I'm wondering if this is more about self-love rather than love. But strength in terms of a relationship for me can mean a few things. One of the things it can mean is that you are involved in a very, strong relationship, 2 very strong individuals in their own way coming together and making a compromise. For me, strength is all about compromising in relationships. Strength can also be the need to withhold or to hold back or withdraw from a relationship. It's a card that indicates the needing to exercise some form of internal strength, as it were. And strength can also mean to have patience as well in a love reading as well, especially if the lover is no longer there, that type of thing. Let's have a look at what you're experiencing underneath that strength. It could also be a Leo individual as well. Strength is also a sex card as well, so it can talk about a very strong sexual relationship. Let's have a look at what you're experiencing. Well, I actually feel that this is more a self-love thing, because you're experiencing the 10 of Swords. Now, when this deck, the Lightseers Tarot, was actually an indie deck, I preferred the other version of the 10 of Swords. It's a shame that she replaced it. A lot of people didn't like it because it showed a woman with wounds on her back. I might write to this woman and ask if she's got any any versions of the Ten of Swords that she did, because I really prefer the older version of this card. I just do. I like this one, but the other version was awesome. It was incredible. That was one of the things when I first saw the deck that really drew me to it. But then I was too late to back the Kickstarter. I was too late to go on her website and buy the deck. So I had to end up buying the mass market, which is fine. It's not a bad deck at all. It's really nice. It's one of my favourites, actually. But this Ten of Swords isn't to my liking as much. But the thing that kind of strikes me anyway with this Ten of Swords, in terms of what you're experiencing, is that you are finally kind of, it's almost like you've been through something here, and finally you're overcoming a very difficult experience, because the Ten of Swords is coming to the end of a painful situation, and I feel that you are at the end of a painful situation here with the Ten of Swords. And that's why I was saying I wanted if strength, it felt more that strength was about inner strength for Capricorn. It feels more kind of like you're able to balance both your masculine and your feminine energy. It's almost like you're able to balance both sides of yourself now. The rage with the calm, if you like, because if you look at her, there's a part of her that's very kind of enraged, the lion on one side here, but then we have the human side, and we've also got the lamb as well. So can you see the lamb that she's holding? So this kind of just makes me feel that somebody is able to balance their rage with their gentility. That's how it feels, because the masculine is more for me the rage, the feminine is more the gentility. I know it's sexist, of course it is, women get angry, but it does feel that you've been able to control the rage, and that's what the strength card is about as well. It's about controlling that rage, because underneath this energy of the strength card, you are overcoming you're at the ending cycle. The Ten of Swords is the ending of a cycle of a very kind of tumultuous time, a very painful time, I think, that Capricorn endured. What's the next one showing up here? The Seven of Wands energy. I just get the impression with the Seven of Wands energy that you are rising. There's a couple of things with Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands can mean that you're rising above a challenge, but the Seven of Wands can also mean in a love reading that you've got a lot of people that are interested in you as well. I feel here that you're overcoming a painful situation and you're rising above the challenge now. You're rising above, you're taking charge, I would say. On this Seven of Wands, which I just really like the way that she's depicted these characters. Usually we have somebody who's kind of in very warlike mode, you know, they're standing on aloft a hill or something and they're fighting off 6 wands. We've got all 7 wands here, and this woman's just kind of sitting on her beanbag in a kind of yoga pose and saying, yep, not today, yeah. She said she's just got her eyes closed and she's like, you know what, actually, she's fighting a battle. The 7 wands is all about fighting a battle, but she's not fighting a battle with hate, or, you know, it's not about fighting fire with fire like the usual 7 wands is. It's about fighting something with peace and love. So it's almost like she's made peace with this energy here. And I just get the impression when I look at this particular, you know, when I look at this particular look of the card, it feels very peaceful. The whole thing looks peaceful, actually. Just the fact that you've got the strength energy here, being able to control the rage. Underneath that, overcoming a very painful time that you've been through in a love situation, Capricorn. 7 of Wands, making peace. I think peace, I'm saying not the other word, making peace. Overcoming the challenge, the hurt, the fire, by just kind of closing your eyes, meditating and really enduring. 7 of Wands also means to endure. So I'm just getting here a sense of enduring any type of pain that comes along with what happened before. So you're just enduring, you're overcoming and enduring, I think, here. What's the next one showing up here? And it's nice, you go from a 7 to an 8. So I just feel here, can you see how she's just very quiet, she's very peacefully enduring, and then she moves ahead with the 8 of Wands energy here. So I just feel that what I'm seeing here in terms of love over the next 6 months is Capricorn, if you're single, taking time out for yourself. That's what I get here, until you're ready to go again with that 8 of Wands. So, you know, these 2 cards, if you look at her on the 10 of Swords, this lady here, she's been through a really painful situation in terms of love, and she's kind of like the phoenix rising from the ashes with the 10 of Swords. It's almost like the day after the night, you know, it's like the morning after the night before, you know. Maybe there was a breakup or something with this woman, and finally the next morning she gets up and she's kind of like, you know what, actually I can breathe the air now. I feel a lot more kind of relieved. It's almost, there's a feeling of letting go of some baggage here, I think, for some of you guys. And that's why I feel that the energy around you is being able to control that rage with the strength energy. Finally, you're being able to balance out the gentility with the, you know, the masculine with the feminine, as it were. being able to control the rage, the anger that you felt, because you've got the two sides of yourself. One of you is the lion, one of you is the woman, and whether you're male or female, it feels like you're being able to balance out both sides of yourself. Because I think that what's happened is that something happened with Capricorn, and Capricorn probably went through a very destructive period where you just kind of went off the rails probably. But I feel that with the strength energy, the energy coming in is one of strength now, one of being in control, one of being at peace. And what you're experiencing underneath that energy of peace coming into your love life is the overcoming of a painful situation with the Ten of Swords energy, having the power and the determination to and even these can be suitors. So these Seven of Wands, can you see when you get the Seven of Wands, as I've mentioned in a love reading, it suggests people who are showing you interest. So there you are, overcoming a painful situation with that Ten of Swords energy there, Capricorn. And I think that in order to overcome that, there is a certain need to resist temptation with this Seven of Wands. So I'm seeing some of you guys, as a result of overcoming the painful situation that you went through in a relationship, there is a need. Some of you guys are definitely going to be focusing on just resisting, kind of taking a break out of having relationships with that Seven of Wands. But then you'll be raring to go again. By the end of the 6 months, you will be ready to go again here. I just feel that, and you know, I think this is lovely, because I think what's happening here is that, and that's why I said at the beginning of the reading, remember, is this something about self-love? And it feels like it is. It feels like you've been through a painful situation here, Capricorn, but the next 6 months in love, it is all about self-care. For Capricorn, it's all about taking care of you. Yeah, you've got a lot of people showing you interest, because that's what the Seven of Wands is. The Seven of Wands says we've got people who desire us. Can you see what she's doing there? She's closing her eyes, she's got her hands in a prayer mode, and her head is turned to the other side. She's not she's not kind of indulging in that. So it's a time to overcome the pain over the next 6 months. Don't see you guys indulging in any relationships though. You've got a lot of people showing you interest here, Capricorn. But you're doing that because at some point you will be ready to start going again with the Eight of Wands. You'll be ready to start, finding love, seeking love, looking for a new lover. But until then, I see you taking a break in love. And it's very, very wise, because I do think with that Ten of Swords, you went through a really tumultuous time. It's not about that you don't have love coming in, because you do. You've got the Seven of Wands. Lots of people showing you interest. It's that you choose not to bother indulging in it until you are good and ready. What is the long-term outcome for that? Or where is everything heading over the next 6 months concerning this energy here? There you go. The Sun. I'm not surprised. The outcome for this area over the next 6 months is healing, new beginnings, positivity, feeling good about yourself, ready to take up a new challenge with someone. It's a wonderful outcome, the Sun. Brilliant. All right. So, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, on the horizon there's new, because you could have a new relationship if you wanted tomorrow, Capricorn, but you choose not to bother doing it there. And that's why the long-term outcome within the next 6 months is happiness, joy, healing, feeling positive, feeling rejuvenated, feeling confident again. You just need to take that time out. What's going on around your career? So what's the energy around the career? Right, so the energy coming in is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords, when that shows up in a career reading, it can mean that you feel trapped. You feel very limited within your career. With the you can see that the woman's hands are bound. There's no swords on this, by the way, but she is the ethos of the Eight of Swords is to feel trapped, mentally trapped, physically trapped. Sometimes the Eight of Swords can also mean that one is being bullied, because those swords sometimes that surround the person or the people's words. All right, so it just feels that you feel very limited. You feel like you can't move. You feel very bound. You're like, well, how am I going to get out of this? Or I just get the energy of feeling trapped. What's going on? What are you experiencing underneath that energy around career? Well, you're experiencing the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands represents getting a lot of praise. So when you get the Six of Wands in a work reading, you're getting loads of praise. People are really looking up to you. You're getting a lot of attention with the Six of Wands energy here. Maybe you're feeling like a victim of your own success, because that can be the victim, and the Six of Wands is success. So some of you guys are probably feeling like a victim of your own success in your career. What's the next one? Five of Wands energy here. So I feel that a lot of people with the Five of Wands, I think that you've got kind of a lot of jealousy around you concerning your success here, because the Five of Wands is competitors, and I feel that there is jealousy here with this Five of Wands concerning the attention that you get within your work, Capricorn, over the next 6 months. What's the next one showing up here? Some of you guys might decide to walk away from that. All right, because I do feel that the energy is of victimization with the Eight of Swords energy. So the energy coming into your work is, it's not about your job. It's not that you don't like your job. It's the fact that the people around you are jealous and they don't like you. Not being horrible, but it feels that way to me, because the energy, what's crowning your reading for career is that Eight of Swords. And when you get the Eight of Swords, as I've said, in a work reading, Capricorn, one is feeling very, very trapped. But also, do you remember when I said to you, we don't have swords on here, but it is the Eight of Swords nevertheless. So the hands are bound here. Who's doing the binding? Look at that, it's the birds. Can you see the birds are binding this woman? When you get birds on a card, it's communication. So it's chatter. You've probably got people, not being horrible for some of you guys, but it may be that you're dealing with people that gossip, that type of thing over the next 6 months in terms of your career. But why are they doing that? What are you experiencing? The Six of Wands energy. All right, I feel that with your back though turned to that Five of Wands energy, you're deciding just to focus on your work. You're getting lots of praise anyway. So underneath this energy, though you have people who are trying to make you feel less, that type of thing, what you're experiencing is you're still experiencing praise with the Six of Wands energy. You're still experiencing praise with this Six of Wands energy, but also it could be the 6 is coming before the 5, but the back is turned to the 5. Some of you guys, what you're experiencing underneath that is that you're choosing not to focus on this energy showing here. All right, I don't think this is necessarily walking away now with the Eight of Cups. I think it's choosing to not allow. If you think about it this way. You've got 2 eights in the reading. Now this Eight of Swords, I'm sure is ruled by, if I remember rightly, Saturn. This one is also Saturn as well. While Saturn seeks to keep you in this energy here, I feel, with the Eight of Swords, it seeks to free you here. So it's interesting how you've got this energy of people who are trying to keep you down. And I feel that it's not you keeping yourself down on here, Capricorn, in your work. I think it's other people that are seeking to keep you down. The birds represent communication, and people are trying to tie you up in communication. So I just feel that people are trying to kind of keep you down via gossip, via, you know, probably some negative words, that type of thing. I think that certain people are trying to keep you down in work. That's the energy around your environment, around your working coming in the next 6 months. Now underneath that, what you'll experience is the Six of Wands energy. All right, you're still going to experience praise. All right, because the good thing with you is, if you look at these 2 cards, can you see these 2 people here? Look, can you see how both backs are turned to that energy there? This is you, Capricorn, turning your back both times, both backs turned to the Five of Wands. You've got competitors. What you're experiencing is competitors and jealousy. I think because you're getting a lot of praise, all right? But I think that with the Eight of Cups, you choose not to become a part of that. I don't think you walk away from the job. I don't think you walk away from the career. I just think that you're too strong for that, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think that you're far, far, far too strong. And when you get multiple 8s in a reading, one is working really hard to attain success. So all I see, and also multiple 8s means to master and a situation to overcome the obstacle. So I just see you focusing on overcoming this, but you're not trying to make friends with whoever these people are. I see somebody who's focusing on themselves. You've got a group of people here. Can you see them? They're right underneath this. And what they're trying to do, can you see this? What they're trying to do is, and also one of them, can you see how one of them's got fire coming from his hands? Look who he's trying to burn. See that? They're trying to get you. They're trying to burn you. This is you outside of the loop. Can you see? This is you outside of the loop here. So every time you step outside, because you do, you're looking at yourself and you're saying, you know what? I could be the victim, because the Eight of Swords means to be the victim as well. I could be a victim of people's people's words, of their nastiness. I could allow myself to become frustrated, to become depressed, because the Eight of Swords also means to feel depressed and anxious. So it's almost like you're looking at yourself here, Capricorn, in terms of your career, and you're saying, I could allow myself to become really anxious about the whole thing, but you know what, I'm not. And these people don't like it when you do that, because can you see what he's doing now? Now they're trying to burn your ass. Look, see, now, because they notice that you're not allowing yourself to become affected by their behaviour, they're trying to burn you now. Can you see how he's got the torch right underneath you, trying to burn you? All right, but what do? You just carry on right ahead. You carry on getting all of the applause. You carry on getting all of the promotions. You carry on getting all of the praise. Whilst these people carry on trying to burn you. You're not focusing on them then. I don't see you walking away. I just see you with the Eight of Cups. But the Eight of Cups is Saturn in Pisces, and what that seeks to do is that when something is enough, it's enough. And Saturn tends to let you go in this card. It tends to release you from the boundary, right? So there you are. You're saying, you know, actually, they can do what they like. I am not going to become a victim. I think that you know, because you're standing outside. It's almost like you're looking at yourself through a mirror, and you can see that you could become a victim. Okay, and probably inside of yourself, you kind of do feel a little bit of anxiety, I won't lie. But I feel that there is such a, you know, a strong-headedness about Capricorn in terms of career that you're not allowing whoever these people are to do this to you. What you're doing here is you're saying, you know what, fuck you, I'm still getting the praise. Can you see how your hands are up? I'm still getting the praise. I'm still getting people telling me I'm great at my job. I even got offered a promotion. I even got told to apply for a job here. I am not focusing on you. Because you're just not allowing yourself to be. Because this is the boundary card of the Eight of Swords. But the Eight of Cups says it's a release of that boundary. Both Saturn in the 8. So both Saturn in Gemini, Saturn in Pisces. All right. You've got Gemini is ruled by Mercury, I think, communication. Lots of communication. Lots of people around you trying to kind of wrap you up in words. Trying to make you feel bad, trying to lessen your confidence with the way that they speak. But there you are outside of that mirror saying, I can see what they're doing. Because you can see it. It's almost like you, I'm just looking at the face on this girl. Can you see? Look at your face. You're like, what the fuck? What are they trying to do to me? Look at it. So you can see the people for what they are. You can see what they're trying to do to you. And that's why you're like this. You're like, I'm not allowing that to happen. I'm still going to get my praise. I'm still getting the applause. I'm still getting all of the attention, and they don't like it. That's why they're trying to burn me here. He's trying to set a torch to you. That's why they're trying to burn me. You're not allowing yourself to fall for that, because this is somebody who's releasing themselves from a limitation. You're basically not allowing these people to limit you. You are limitless. That's the thing. You are limitless, Capricorn. Good on you. Absolutely fantastic. Good on you. Good on you. I've been in this situation before, and I got burnt pretty badly, so much so in the end that when I left the workplaces that I was in, I was an absolute wreck. I had to go to the doctors, everything, for tablets. I mean, I didn't take the tablets, but I was an absolute wreck. I see a stronger person here. You're wonderful. You're amazing. I think that's excellent. Where is this heading to? Where is the long term? Over the next 6 months, where is this heading to in the long term? The Tower. Oh, dear. Okay. I mean, it might land to a swift exit, a sudden exit, because that's what the Tower, or the situation's going to come to a head. It's one of the two. I don't think that you're walking, I think that you're not allowing this to affect you in this area here. It doesn't feel like it. It just doesn't, because you're still getting the praise with the Six of Wands, despite these people trying to burn you and wrap you up with negative words and kind of make you feel less confident than what you are. Despite all of that, you're not allowing it to affect you. You just won't let them do it. And I think that this Eight of Cups is you kind of are not allowing people to limit you. You're not allowing these people here to limit you. You can see what they're trying to do here, and you won't allow it. But in the long term, there's going to be, something's going to give. I won't lie. In the long term, something is going to give. I don't know what that is, but something will give in the long term, because you've got the Tower. You might end up leaving the job. You might do. But then they may also end up being expelled, because this is an expulsion. So it could be them that's getting the sack or something. Tower can mean sack and stuff like that. But something is going to come to a head about this in the long term. Finally, your finances. What are we seeing around this? The Fool. So the Fool is an opportunity to do something new, but also the Fool can be being foolish and stupid with money, being kind of naive with what you have. What are we experiencing around that Fool? Let's see what it is. The Queen of Wands. So it feels like in terms of finances, because when you get the Queen of Wands with finances, it's a new creative venture. So for me, the energy coming in is an opportunity for Capricorn to make money, and underneath that, there's something about a new creative venture perhaps on the horizon for Capricorn. I hope I didn't call you Pisces or anything. I think I've been mentioning that. Six of Coins, you're receiving money through that. So the Six of Coins is you receiving money through a new creative venture with that Queen of Wands energy showing there. What's the last card showing up here? Oh, the Devil though. The Devil. Okay. The Devil can mean bills, and it can mean, I mean, it could also be big money though, because the Devil is Capricorn, and the Devil is representative of wealth, like big money, like The devil is ruled by Capricorn. Capricorn is all about big money men. So this is a businessman. This is somebody who's interested in making millions of pounds. Would be somebody who is very determined and very ambitious and all the rest of it to make loads of money. So it's not always a bad card. Sometimes it means a huge amount of wealth coming in. It could be with the Six of Coins energy and the devil card showing here. But the devil also is about where you are a slave to things. And it might be in terms of there's an addiction element to that card as well. I mean, certainly I think through a new enterprise you're earning money here, but I feel with the devil energy that you become probably quite a slave to that. It doesn't feel like it's a bill. It feels like you are working hard to make more money, because the devil is completely obsessed with certain things. So when you get this card in a money reading as well, it can be where it's not just about bills, not unless it's aspected as so. I don't think it's a bill thing. I just feel that there's a great deal of wealth that Capricorn, and actually Capricorn, of course, that's you. What was I thinking? This is your major card, isn't it? Capricorn's major card, that's you. And actually, that's you as well, Six of Coins. Six of Coins is second deacon in Capricorn. That's definitely your card as well. Now, the Six of Coins is ruled by... We know that it's... No, is it? Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's not. You're 2, 3, and 4 of Pentacles. You're not... This is Taurus. I do apologise. But nevertheless, that's you there. All right, with the devil energy, and you're all about the money. I see you being very ambitious about making more. You're a slave to the grind. I'm seeing you working hard to make a lot of money. There's a new creative venture that you are making money through. All right, here with the Six of Coins, and I see that you're going to be a slave to it. You're going to be absolutely determined to make as much money as you possibly can. It's a new opportunity for you to make more, and you're going to be very successful at it. What is the long-term outcome, though, through this? Death. I see change more than anything. I think there's going to be a big change in your lifestyle. I don't see this as a bad card. I think it's aspected too well. I think there's going to be a big change coming in, because death again is a neutral card. It means that you go from one state to the other. So even if you're not doing too badly now financially, it means that you're just going to go up a level. There's going to be a big change. The death card is saying that as a result of all this in the long term, big changes on the horizon with that death card showing there. All right, so I see the potential to make a lot of money in this area, a lot of money. So let's quickly recap the reading for the first 6 months of the year, Capricorn. The energy of love, all about self-love. You're overcoming a tumultuous period in your life. You're kind of, you've got a lot of suitors around you with the Seven of Wands. A lot of people showing you interest, Capricorn, but you're saying no to that. Not until you're good and ready with the Eight of Wands to get going again. You're just going to do everything, you know, quietly and step by step. You're just taking bite-sized chunks, but you are basically in recovery. And I feel that in terms of love, there's a lot of self-care here for Capricorn. You're really taking care of yourself now in terms of your own well-being. And when you're ready to have love, you'll have it, but it's going to be on your terms. You're not short of admirers. You've got a lot of admirers because you've got the Seven of Wands, but you're kind of like, can you say your face is turned to you? You're kind of like, no. And actually your face is turned to this. You're so focused. That's you there looking there. You're so focused on healing. You really are focused on healing. And when you've done that, then you'll be ready. The long-term outcome is the Sun. Healing, feeling good about yourself, feeling confident, feeling ready once more. Fantastic. The energy coming in is of strength. Feeling a lot more in control as well. Career, yeah, you've got people out to burn your ass. You've got people out who want to lower your confidence. They see how confident you are. They see how much attention you get as well, because you've got the energy of the Eight of Swords. Can you see the birds? These are the nasty old crows, circling you. Can you see how they're circling you with their words? They're trying to put you down, but you can see that. You're very savvy, aren't you, Capricorn? You can see exactly what they're doing. All right, and underneath this, what you do, because you can see that, you're like, nope, it's not going to work. No, I'm going to still get loads of attention, and I'm still going to get praise because I'm really good at what I do. And because you're not paying any attention to them, which narcissists always hate, they try burning you in other ways. Can you see the man with the fire underneath you? Tries burning you in other ways, but still, again, with the Eight of Cups energy, you're not playing their games. You're just focusing on you. One way or another, I mean, you could end up leaving. Who knows? It might just get too much after 6 months. I don't know. But it could also be that they're fired, for example, with the Tower energy. One way or another, this situation is going to come to a head, because they're probably not going to back down. The Five of Wands never does. And you will carry on not focusing on that. And it will carry on. It will just come to a head. At some point with that Tower, the situation is going to come to a head. Finally, in terms of finance, you've got all this new opportunity coming in. There's a creative venture that's being started. You'll earn money through that with the Six of Coins. and you're going to be, your ambition is to earn more, being that you are the devil here as well, okay? It's going to lead to some very big changes. It might even lead to you leaving this particular role, this particular job as well. Wow, fantastic. Let's have a look at what the advice is then going forward for you. It says sadness is the advice. Okay, I'm going to get the meaning for that. So your advice for the next 6 months is sadness. And I think it's telling you what you need to do in the light of feeling sad. So let's have a look at this one. So sadness is number 5. Let's have a look if we can find it. I really like these cards actually. But it's got something to say. Your reading's excellent. It says, it's easy to swallow your sadness and hide behind a fake smile. Yet sadness can open the door to your heart and help you access compassion. When you can truly allow yourself to cry and feel sorrow, which I think is relating to this area here more than anything, over the loss of a loved one, a lost opportunity, a broken heart, or a friendship that's ended, you cleanse your soul and allow your heart to heal. But I think that the universe is trying to kind of drum that into you, is to just own the sadness. And I think you're doing it here. I think you are giving your time self to heal. I think in love, you're giving yourself time self to heal over the next 6 months. To admit weakness can allow you to know yourself, embrace your limitations and evolve. Be willing to let go of the cold walls of protection you have created which make you feel empty and sick. You don't need to get lost in your emotions. Just give yourself time to feel them and let them move through your whole being, cleansing and purifying your heart, body and soul. Okay. Well, you know what? I think it relates more to this area here, which I think is something that you're already doing anyway, Capricorn. You're already going through self-care, self-healing over the next 6 months. All right. And you're allowing yourself to heal. You're not jumping back into relationships at all. You're kind of, refuting them so that you're focused on healing. So I think this really just backs up what you're doing here. In terms of work, how does it relate there? Do I think that you're wearing a mask? Of course you're wearing a mask. Of course it must hurt what people do here. But the thing is, you're not allowing yourself to be, submerged by it. That's the thing. With the 8 of Cups, because you are not giving into this. You are kind of just releasing those boundaries of the 8 of Swords. You can see what they're doing, and you're not allowing yourself to be, to be held back by these individuals here. All right. Part of you, of course, when I used to go into a workplace and I had loads of people picking on me, I had to wear a mask, and I just had to kind of just deal with it. This might be you at some point. It's just going to all come out because you may be storing something up here. But it might be not. It might be at some point you can leave. Maybe over the next 6 months, if this business goes well here, you'll be able to leave. You'll be able just to make a quick exit and tell them to go screw their job. That type of thing. Depends. But I think that this relates to this area here. All I would say is the advice for the next 6 months, embrace the sadness. Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to let things out. You are in recovery mode, and it's going to be probably by the summertime when you're feeling ready to get involved with someone else. All right, that is your 6 month reading. Fantastic reading, Cappies. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. And remember, you've got your month ahead reading sitting next door, so check that out. Take care, my lovelies. Love you. Take care, guys. Bye.